Hello everyone, greetings from ACE Engineering Academy. Myself, Professor Rajendra Garashe. I have done MTech from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, GATE All India 7th ranker, and currently I am working as a faculty at ACE Engineering Academy, Hyderabad. I am having a subject teaching experience of more than 10 years. Our today's topic is preparation strategy for power electronics GATE 2023. All right. So based on my experience of more than 10 years, in the next 1 hour, we are going to discuss what should be the best preparation strategy for the subject power electronics. So my dear friends, here GATE, G-A-T-E, GATE stands for Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. So here only knowing the conceptual knowledge, only understanding the concept is not sufficient, but how you are applying that concept, how you are applying that knowledge to a particular problem, that they are testing in the GATE examination. So you need to understand this. Only knowing the concept is not sufficient. That will do hardly 40% of your part. But remaining 60%, you should deal with the problem solving ability, problem solving skills. Alright. So now let us discuss the power electronics. Most of the students feels this subject as a difficult subject because this subject is having a very vast mathematical background and very large number of mathematical derivations we are having. Only circuit diagrams, waveforms and mathematical derivations. Every time or every year, I get the message from the students like, sir, how to memorize the formulae. That point also we'll discuss while discussing this preparation strategy. So whether it is really required to memorize the formulae or only some formulae can be memorized and those things we'll discuss. Okay. So let us start. Power electronics. The objective of the course power electronics is very clear. It is control and conversion of large amount of electric power with the help of electronics. So we are dealing with only controlling and conversion of power. Very high amount of electric power. High voltage, high current. Alright. Controlling and conversion. But how? By using the electronics. That is the objective of your course power electronics. So my dear students, if you recall the syllabus of the course power electronics, we are having the study of the converters. Converters are nothing but the circuitries, those converts power from one form to the another form, like AC to DC, DC to AC, fixed DC to variable DC, fixed AC to variable AC, etc., etc., etc. And how we are achieving that? We are achieving that with the help of electronics. So very clear objective of the course power electronics. Now let us have some discussion on what is the weightage of this course for the different examinations like GATE, ESE and public sector undertakings. Have a look. So first GATE. So for the GATE examination, power electronics, as we know, the power electronics is the one of the core subject of electrical engineering. Generally, on an average, in each exam, you will find 1 to 2 questions of 1 mark each. 1 to 2 questions of 1 mark each. So altogether, that will be 1 to 2 marks weightage. And 4 to 5 questions of 2 marks each. So altogether, that will be around 8 to 10 marks weightage. So roughly on an average weightage of the power electronic course for the GATE examination is around 9 to 12 marks. 9 to 12 marks out of the 100. Alright. So if you check in the GATE examination, we are having technical marks limitation, and in that power electronics is having the share of 9 to 12 marks. Alright. So very, very important. Next, almost 10% weightage. For ESE, Engineering Services Examination, in ESE, we are having the 2 levels. One is a level 1, level 2. Level 1 is nothing but the prelim. In the prelim, you will find around on an average 10 to 12 questions of 2 marks each. So the weightage for ESE prelim is around 20 to 24 marks. And for the level 2, that is the mains examination, conventional papers, okay, around 6 to 8 questions on an average. And the weightage is around 80 to 90 marks out of the 300, out of 300. Alright, so comparatively good weightage. And PSUs or Genco, Transco and Discoms, state level PSUs, right? So weightage is around 8 to 12 marks, okay, out of the 100. This is general average weightage for PSUs all over India, I am saying, okay. So if you check in all the three formats, in all the three important examinations, the weightage is roughly 10% weightage on an average this subject is having. So very, very important subject, okay. If you want to score good marks, good rank in the GATE examination or in any of the examination, you should not keep this subject as an optional subject, alright. Next, so this is a mark distribution for last 5 years examinations. I have listed from GATE 2018 till GATE 2022. Chapter wise marks distribution. So here we are having chapter 1 is the switching devices, and the marks in the GATE 2018, one question they asked, okay, or 1 mark, right? Next, GATE 2019, no question. GATE 2020, 1 mark. And GATE 2021, 2 marks. GATE 2022, 1 mark. So on an average, we can see weightage for the chapter number 1 for the last 5 years, I am saying, is around 1 to 2 marks. Is around 1 to 2 marks. All right. For the second chapter, AC to DC converters. AC to DC converters. The weightage in the GATE 2018, it is around 4 marks. GATE 2019, 5 marks. GATE 2020, 3 marks. GATE 21, 1 mark. And GATE 22, 3 marks. So on an average, if we check for the last 5 years, the weightage is around 2 to 4 marks. Okay, for the second chapter. Similarly, the weightage for the third chapter, GATE 2018, 4 marks. 2019, 4 marks. 2022 marks. 21 4 marks, 22 2 marks, right? So roughly you can find the average weightage. And similarly for remaining 2 chapters I have shown here. Okay, so if you check the total marks in GATE 2018, the power electronics total weightage was 9 marks. 2019 10 marks, 2020 8 marks, 21 9 marks, and 22 it is a 10 marks, right? So there is on an average, if you check the weightage is around 9 to 10 marks we can see in the last 5 years. But if you check from the last 20 years, you will get around 9 to 12 marks on an average weightage. Okay, so this is the rough idea I have given. Next, prerequisites. In order to understand this subject, which are the prerequisite subjects? Okay, you should know the concepts, some concepts from the subjects which you will be seeing here now. Based on my 10 plus years of experience, I have listed out these subjects. So first is analog electronics. From analog electronics, you require some basic concepts like what is a p-type material, n-type material, heavily doped, moderately doped, lightly doped, what is the operation of p-n junction diode, your PNP, NPN transistors, etc. Some basics only, okay. Second, mathematics. From the mathematics, you require the basics of the Fourier series. What is the definition of Fourier series? All right. Also, if the function is even, function is odd, then which coefficient will be 0, which coefficient will be non-zero, etc. Okay, some basics. Next, third is the control system. From control system, you should have the knowledge of damping factor or the damping ratio, that is a zeta, right? If the system is underdamped, overdamped or critically damped, then how is the nature of response, that is a current in a circuit, if the DC excitation is applied, etc. Okay, These concepts we require in the inverters. Next, network theory. We require the concepts from the network theory like KCL, KVL, Ohm's law, some basics only, okay? Those network theorems and those things are not required, but only the basics. So here, these are the subjects from which you require some concepts in order to understand the power electronics, all right? Next, so what is the syllabus for the GATE examination? For GATE examination, power electronics is having 5 topics. First is switching devices. The chapter number 1 deals with study of semiconductor devices. In this chapter, the study of silicon control rectifier, your power diode, GTO, TRIAC, alright, transistor family devices like a power MOSFET, power BJT, IGBT, etc. All these are required, okay, all these are included. But as long as your syllabus is considered, we are having the detailed analysis of silicon control rectifier and other switching devices is just like an introductory part. Okay, you will find the most of the questions based on silicon control rectifier only, right? One of the important topic. Next, second chapter is a AC to DC converters, or it is also known as the rectifiers. In this chapter, the circuitries which converts fixed AC to fixed DC, fixed AC to variable DC, all these are included, all right? So definitely after this we will see what are the important topics, which topics you should focus, okay, right? Third chapter is a DC to DC converters. It is also known as the choppers. Input is a fixed DC, output is a variable DC, all right? Next is a chapter 4 DC to AC converters. It is also known as a inverters, right? This is the circuitry which gives the output in the form of variable voltage, variable frequency. So that's why in real life you can check, it finds the large number of applications. Inverter is the most popular converter we are having. Chapter number 5 is AC voltage controllers. In AC voltage controllers, strictly speaking, there are 2 types. One is AC voltage regulator and second one is a cyclo converter, that is AC to AC converters. But as long as the GATE syllabus is considered, you are having only AC voltage regulators or AC voltage controllers, okay? Next, so these are the 5 topics or the chapters in a GATE syllabus. Now, recommended books and which material you should have while preparing the power electronics for the GATE examination. Let us discuss. The very first book I have listed here is a book titled Power Electronics by Dr. P.S. Bimra. Indian author, very well written book, and average student also can easily understand the language of the book, right? So I highly recommend all of you to please purchase this book. You should have this book. If you are preparing for the GATE examination, you should have this book with you, all right? Second is a Power Electronics by M.H. Rashid. Third book is a Power Electronics by Mohan and Robbins, right? But out of these 3, it is sufficient if you will be having this book by Dr. P.S. Bimra, all right? Now, these are in order to understand the concepts, but only, as I said, GATE examination tests how you are applying the concept, how you are applying the knowledge to the particular problem, all right? So only having this book or these books is not sufficient. These books will give you the conceptual knowledge, but if you want to prepare, if you want to improve your problem solving skills, you should be having these books like previous year GATE solutions, previous year questions, okay, GATE 2023. Second, ESE 2023, even though if you are preparing for the GATE examination, you should see the previous year ESC questions. Okay, previous year means last, I am saying last 10 to 15 years question papers, right? You need to be solved. Only objective type, only objective type. Third is the bits and bytes, bits and bytes. Okay, so this is the one of the book of ACE publication where you will find the some practice questions, right? Practice questions. So these are the 6 books, 3 study materials and 3 books I would like to recommend. Okay, next. Now we will discuss chapter wise which topics you should be focused. Okay, so topics to be focused. So regarding the switching devices, chapter number 1, power and energy loss during transition state and conduction state. Power loss, that is average power loss, energy loss in a switching device during transition state and a conduction state. Very, very important topic. If you check the previous year question papers, GATE as well as ESC, you will find the questions based on power calculation and energy calculation during transition state as well as a conduction state. Okay, I will give the 4-star rating for this concept. Right? Comparatively, this concept is moderate level to understand. Okay, mathematical expressions are there, right? Yes, and at the end you will be getting some expressions. That formula you need to memorize. Next, types of switches. Static operating points on VI plane, that is location of static operating point on VI plane, and safe operating area. This is also topic, you can find the questions related to this topic in the previous year GATE and ESC question papers. Okay, so I would like to give a 3-star rating for this topic, right? This topic is comparatively easy to understand, comparatively easy to understand, right? Next, power diode. In the power diode, strictly only the dynamic characteristics of power diode are very, very important. They have asked the questions in a previous GATE and ESC examinations, okay? And this dynamic characteristic is comparatively moderate to understand. I will give these to 3-star rating. Okay, 3-star rating. What is the reverse recovery charge? Right? What is the reverse recovery time? What is the peak value of reverse current which is flowing through the diode, etc. Okay, right. This concept you can understand, it is like a moderate level. Next one is the SCR. As I said, in your syllabus we are having the detailed analysis of the silicon control rectifier. So let us discuss the which topics they have added related to the SCR. So first is the static VI characteristics of SCR. Based on the static VI characteristic of SCR, we are having the concept like holding current and latching current. Related to the latching current and minimum gate pulse width required in order to turn on the SCR, in order to maintain the SCR into on state. You will find these type of questions multiple times they have asked, right? In many examinations they have asked these type of questions. So I would like to give this topic as 5-star rating. Right? 5-star rating. This is comparatively moderate to difficult level topic. Okay? Right. Very, very important. You should not skip this topic. Next one is the turn-on methods of SCR. Yeah, theory bit, we are having the different turn-on methods, but sometimes in a 1-mark question, they have asked the questions based on these turn-on methods of the SCR. Okay, so it is easy to understand. I will give this topic as a 3-star rating. 3-star rating. Okay. Next, turn-on methods, we are having the various turn-on methods, that is the 5 turn-on methods, okay, and all are like a theoretical point, okay, this is like a theoretical point, you will easily understand. Next, 2 transistor analogy of SCR. On this topic, they have asked only one question in the last 20 years, right? So, comparatively moderate level topic to understand, and I will give this as a only 1 star, only 1 star rating. Okay, right, because you will not find the much questions based on this two transistor analogy. Only one question they have asked in last 20 years. Next, dynamic characteristics of SCR, important point. Okay, dynamic characteristics of SCR. This topic is moderate to understand, and I will give this topic as 3 star rating. 3 star rating. You will find some simple questions based on this dynamic characteristics of SCR. Gate characteristics of SCR. This topic is also moderate level to understand. I will give this topic as a 2 star rating. They have asked some questions, some simple questions in previous gate as well as ESC examinations. Next is the pulse transformer, right? So specifically triggering methods of the SCR. They have added these triggering methods of the SCR, I think in gate 2021 onwards. So triggering methods of SCR means turn on methods of SCR related to the pulse transformer specifically. Okay, so I will give this topic as a 4 star rating, right? Easy to understand. Next, protection of SCR, very important topic. You can find the number of questions based on the di by dt inductor value calculation, RC snubber circuit calculation, etc. Okay, so this topic is comparatively moderate to hard to understand. I will give this topic as 5 star rating. 5 star rating. You should not skip this topic. All right? Yes. Commutation techniques of SCR. In SCR commutation, we are having the different techniques, circuits like class A, class B, class C, class D commutation, etc. Again, this is having relation with your voltage commutation and current commutation in choppers. Okay, in a choppers. All right. So sometimes in voltage commutation and current commutation, based on voltage commutation, current commutation, as well as class A commutation, they have asked the question. I will give this topic as a 4 star rating. Comparatively difficult to understand. Some of the commutation circuits are difficult to understand, like a voltage commutation, current commutation, means class B and class D commutations. All right? Okay. So commutation techniques. Thermal modeling of SCR. Easy topic, and sometimes they have asked the question. You will find the questions in previous gate as well as ESC examinations. I will give this topic as a 3 star rating, right? Moderate, easy to understand. Okay, you should not skip this topic, because at the end of the discussion of thermal modeling, you will get some expressions. Okay. Next, series and parallel operation of SCR. Very important. Okay, series and parallel operation of SCR. Comparatively moderate to hard level. I will give this topic as 4 star rating. Okay, they have asked the questions based on series and parallel operation of SCR, right? And last is other switching devices. So if you check regarding the SCR, we are having these many points. Okay, and only for power diode, we are having only construction, its operation and dynamic characteristics, and some specifications. That's it. And other switching devices like a transistor family devices means power BJT, power MOSFET, IGBT, and other thyristor family devices like a GTO and a TRIAC. So these are the devices here, only related to these devices, the operating point location, which device is like a unipolar, unidirectional, bipolar, bidirectional, their construction, their operation, some theory bits are there. Okay, right. So I will give these other devices as 2 star rating. Okay, 2 star rating. So if you check, these are the contents related to the first chapter, that is the switching devices. So 5 star means highly rated topic, means you can find the number of questions based on this topic in a previous year question papers. Okay, right, and also the difficulty level. All right. Yeah. Second is AC to DC converters. In AC to DC converters, so if you check in power electronics, whatever the topics we are having, in that the second chapter, that is the AC to DC converters or rectifiers, it is also known as a rectifiers. This topic is having very large number of contents. This is the heaviest topic. This is the heaviest topic I can see. and also comparatively the weightage of this topic is good. Okay. Next, so which points or which topics in the chapter, which topics you should focus? Single phase, half wave and uncontrolled and controlled rectifiers. Uncontrolled as well as controlled rectifiers. Okay, I have written here. So in that, if you check resistive load, inductive load, capacitive load, RL load, RE load and RLE load. These are the various loads we are having. But if you check the previous question papers, they have asked the questions related to the purely inductive load, maximum questions, and questions related to the RL load and RE load as well as the RLE load. Very few questions you can find related to the purely resistive load. Okay, so this is one of the very important topic. I will give this topic as a 5-star rating. Okay, comparatively R load is easy to understand, right? But from L load, next RL load, RE load and RLE load, the difficulty level is like from moderate to the high, right? Moderate to the high. Next, single phase, full wave, uncontrolled and controlled rectifiers. Like single phase half wave, we are having the single phase full wave, uncontrolled and controlled rectifiers. Okay, right. So this is also one of the important topic. In that you can check, we are having the midpoint rectifier and bridge rectifier. Right, midpoint and bridge are having some differences. Right, which is having the what is the PIV of midpoint, what is the PIV means peak inverse voltage of the bridge type rectifier and those things, etc. Okay. Apart from that, their operation with the different loads like R load, L load, RL load, RE load, RLE load, etc. Right. So important point, single phase, full and half. I will give this as 5-star rating. Very important, very important. Comparatively difficult to understand. Okay, moderate to difficult. Next, input power factor of RL and RLE load. Very important point. You can find the number of questions based on input power factor. If the load is highly inductive, if the load current is constant, okay, for your single phase full wave rectifiers. Okay, generally for highly inductive load, in your objective type questions, you will not find the questions related to input power factor of half wave rectifier. Most of the questions you will find based on your full wave rectifier. If you check the previous year question papers, highly inductive load, input power factor and half wave rectifier, you will not find this combination. But highly inductive load, full converter, input power factor calculation, you will find the number of questions here. Alright. So very important topic. It is somewhat difficult to understand. Okay. But mathematical stuff is there. Right. Next, active and reactive power calculations. Yes. What is the input power real? What is the reactive input power, etc. Okay. So this is also one of the important point. I will give this as a 4-star rating. You will find some questions in a previous GATE and ESE examinations. Next, total harmonic distortion, harmonic analysis and THD. Harmonic analysis means at the input side, that is the supply current, okay, which harmonics are present, even harmonics, odd harmonics, which is the most dominant harmonic, what is the frequency of the most dominant harmonic. Sometimes these type of questions they have framed. Okay, so this is some of the difficult topic, I will say, based on my experience, and I am giving this as a 4-star rating. Right. Next, single phase semi converters, like a single phase half wave, single phase full wave. We are having the single phase semi converters. Single phase semi converters is a bridge circuitry where we use the 2 thyristors and the 2 diodes, etc. Okay. So you will find some questions related to the single phase semi converter. Output voltage expression, load current, okay, and what is the input power factor, real power input, what is the reactive power input, etc, etc, etc. Okay. So again I have represented here input power factor. So single phase semi converter is one of the important topic. I will give this as a 5-star rating. If you understand the single phase full converter, definitely you will easily understand the single phase semi converter. Okay, right. Same again, active and reactive power calculations for single phase semi converters, right? So same, this all these will be like a 5-star rating. Harmonic analysis again. Next, 3-phase uncontrolled and controlled rectifiers, very very important, right? 3-phase uncontrolled rectifier, 3-phase controlled rectifiers. In that we are having the 3-phase half wave, 3-phase full wave, and 3-phase semi converters. In that again, which are the different harmonics are present, that is the harmonic analysis, total harmonic distortion, input power factor, what is the load power, what is the output voltage expression, and so on. Yes, very very important. I will give this as 5-star rating. So you can check, chapter number 2 is having the very large number of circuits, and compared to the weightage is also good. Okay, on each and every circuit they have asked the questions. Next, effect of source inductance. Yes, what is the effect of source inductance? This topic is comparatively difficult to understand, and they have asked the questions in previous year question papers. Okay, right. And next one is the dual converter. Few questions they have asked. I will give this topic as 3-star rating. Okay, 3-star rating, right? Easy to moderate level to understand, and comparatively lesser questions they have asked. So you can check here, most of the 5-star, 4 and 5 stars are there in this topic, right? And this topic takes more time for the revision, because it is having a heaviest topic, we can say, right? Large number of contents are there. Next, DC to DC converters. Compared to the rectifier and your first chapter, this chapter and next chapter will be like your inverter. These two are having light contents but very good weightage if you check, right? So therefore, while preparing, you should complete these two topics first and revise these two topics multiple times. Definitely we will discuss the preparation strategy and those things at the end. So topics, points related to the DC to DC converters. In a DC to DC converters, you will find the most of the questions related to the buck boost and buck boost converters. In every topic, right, in every topic or in every converter, you should know the following points. Yes, average output voltage. What is the expression of average output voltage? Average inductor current, IL average. Ripple in inductor current, that is delta IL. They have asked the questions. Okay, you will find the questions based on this average output voltage, average inductor current, ripple in inductor current, maximum and minimum value of inductor current, source current, average and RMS value. Most of the questions you will find based on average value only. Very few questions they have asked based on RMS value, right? Next, switch current, diode current, right? Switch current, diode current. Ripple in capacitor voltage. Comparatively less questions on this topic, ripple in capacitor voltage. But based on the delta IL, that is ripple in inductor current, they have asked the number of questions. Next, critical inductance, critical capacitance. Comparatively less contents, comparatively less questions you will find in critical inductance and critical capacitance. Next, discontinuous conduction analysis. If the conduction is discontinuous, then what is the output voltage, right? Those things they have asked. And effect of internal resistance of inductor on converters. So far you will not find any question on this topic. Okay, so I will give you this topic as hardly only 1 star, only 1 star. All right. And voltage and current commutation choppers. Yes, in commutation techniques we discuss na. Same, this is having relation here, voltage and current commutation choppers. Very very important. I will give this topic as 5-star rating. You will find the number of questions in a previous year GATE examinations. Okay, voltage commutation and current commutation. If you check here, you will find the number of questions in average output, ripple in inductor current, source current, switch current, diode current, right? So these are the important 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 most important, I can say, right? And comparatively easy to understand. This full topic only I am saying, DC to DC converter is comparatively easy to understand and less contents are there. Okay, so you can finish this topic comparatively in lesser time. So it is easy to memorize even. Okay, it takes lesser time to memorize. And next one is the second last, DC to AC converters. It is also known as the inverters. This topic is also having comparatively less contents and good weightage. Single phase, half bridge and full bridge voltage source inverters, important. You will find the questions based on it. In each converter, we need to understand what is the Fourier series expressions of output voltage, output current, which are the different harmonic contents, right? What is the THD, etc. For R load, L load, RL load and RLC load analysis. All right? Yes. Harmonic analysis using Fourier series. Yes, just now I said. Next, single three-phase full bridge voltage source inverters. In three-phase, we are having 180 and 120 degree conduction mode. Okay? So comparatively here, I will give this as a 4-star rating. Compared to the three-phase, most of the questions you will find on single-phase inverters. Okay? Yes. In the three-phase also we are having the analysis, harmonic analysis and THD calculation, which are the different harmonics presents, Fourier series analysis, etc. Okay? Current source inverter, comparatively less questions you will find. I will give this as a 2-star. Right, only 2-star rating, easy to understand. And pulse width modulation, very very important. Pulse width modulation, in that single PWM, multiple PWM and sinusoidal PWM, right? Single, multiple and sinusoidal pulse width modulation technique. Okay, so you can check pulse width modulation, single phase inverters and your 3-phase inverters. These are the main contents. Apart from that, we are having the current source inverter also. Okay, but you will find the very less number of questions on current source inverters comparatively, right? Next, the last topic is AC to AC converters. Input is fixed AC, output is a variable AC. AC to AC converters. Okay, comparatively this chapter is having very very less weightage. Okay, very very less weightage, and if you check, it is a having less contents even. Okay, lightest, very light contents we can say. The integral cycle controller on-off control, you will find 1 or 2 questions on this topic. Phase control, in that unidirectional control, no question. Till now they have not asked the single question on this topic. So we will not find any question here. Right? And next, bidirectional. 1 or 2 questions they have asked. So I will give this as a 2-star rating. Okay? So chapter number 5 is having only these many contents, but questions are also very less. Okay? So if you check, my dear friends, chapter number 1, chapter number 2, 3 and 4. These 4 chapters are very very important. Get ESE your PSU point of view. Alright? Now chapter number 1, chapter number 2 are having comparatively heavy contents, more contents we can say. Chapter number 3 and 4 are having comparatively less contents, but weightage is also good for the chapter number 3 and 4. Alright, next. So how to prepare? So based on my experience, I feel that for the GATE examination, you should work on 3 fronts. Which are those 3 fronts? First one is the conceptual understanding. Conceptual understanding of the understanding. Okay? So understanding of concept. Right? So how you will understand the concept? Based on your class notes, either you can join the coaching, any of the coaching, or based on your reference or the textbooks, you can understand the concept. Okay? But this will not do your 100% part. Right? Because I feel personally, the student who has secured All India rank 1 and the student who has secured All India rank 1000, both are having almost same conceptual understanding. Alright? So this will do hardly 40% part of your preparation. Where the students are lagging? Yes, problem solving skills. Students are lagging in a problem solving skills. Here, if you attend the classes, if you write the notes, if you study the class notes, if you go through the reference books, you will understand the concept. That is like a 40% part is done. And whatever we are teaching here in the classes, that will help you only understanding of the concept. But for doing the problem solving skill, and the next front I am going to tell you, for these two fronts, you need to prepare yourself. Are you getting the point? Okay, because these are the skills. You will not get 100% perfect in these skills in one night. No. So here you need to go on practicing, practicing and practicing. So problem solving skills. So how you will improve your problem solving skills? By solving the previous year GATE and ESE questions. I recommend minimum you should solve 15 GATE questions, previous years GATE question papers, 15 previous year GATE question papers and 15 ESE question papers. 15 GATE and 15 ESE question papers. GATE and ESE. You should. Alright. This will help you in problem solving skills. Okay, improving your problem solving skills. Next one is the paper solving skills. Paper solving skills. So, how to improve the paper solving skills? Yes. Generally what I feel, most of the students lags in these two skills, problem solving and paper solving. Right? They will understand the concept very well. But how to solve the problem, how to apply that concept, how to apply the knowledge for a particular problem, they fails. Okay? And that makes the big difference in AIR 1 and your AIR 1000 if you check. Problem solving skills. How you will improve your paper solving skills. How you will improve your paper solving skills? By appearing for the test series, like a chapter wise test series, subject wise test series or full length test. Based on my experience, I will tell you, when I was in a final year of the BTech, I secured the rank 358. After that I took 1 year gap and I secured the rank AIR 7. Now, if you ask me, in these two ranks, what is the difference? Then, yes, here 358 rank, I was good in conceptual understanding, but I was lagging in problem solving skills and paper solving skills. And when I took 1 year gap, then yes, I developed these skills, problem solving and paper solving. How? By appearing for the test series and by solving the previous year GATE and ESE question papers. Are you getting the point? So that's why these 3 points are very, very important. If you are preparing for the GATE examination, now it is June, almost July end where? Yes or no? So you are having the sufficient time. You should work on these skills. Okay, only understanding is not sufficient. That will not help you at all. You should be having problem solving and paper solving. You should work on yourself. Okay, right. And I have given how to improve the skills respectively. So that's why if you check in the study materials, in the books and the materials, I have given the previous year question papers, right? As well as the bits and bytes. All right. So very, very important. Next, preparation strategy. So in order to prepare this subject, what should be your strategy? So here, yes, I have listed some of the points. The first point is how to memorize the formulae. Most of the students, after the completion of the course, they come to me and ask only one question, sir, how to memorize these many formulae. I will clear here. No need to memorize the formulae. Only some formulas are there, like Fourier series expressions, input power factor expressions in the case of rectifiers. In the case of your inverter, some Fourier series stuff is there. Okay, only those formulae you should memorize. Other than that, for rectifier, for every circuitry, we are having the V0 average expression, I0 average expression. Yes or no? For any load, R load, L load, RL load, no need to memorize each and every formula. Even being an human being, you should not, yes, or you cannot memorize all the formulae. All right. So very few formulae you should memorize, and those I will those formulae means your formulae related to your Fourier series expressions. That's it. Second, after completion of each chapter, revise concepts. Yes, revision is very important. So after completion of each chapter, you should revise the concept. You should revise the concept. Yes, after this we will come to that point, how to revise, how to write the test papers, etc. etc. Okay. So next, plan proper revision of the complete subject after completion of the course. Right. Once your course is completed, then you should plan the proper revision. Okay, proper revision. Next, revise inverters and choppers. Yes, the same point we discussed. Revise inverters and choppers multiple times, as these topics consume less time, are very easy for preparation and carry more weightage. Right. So here I am highlighting revise inverters and choppers multiple times, because your rectifier takes more time to revise because it is having a heavy contents. But whereas these two topics are having the light contents, these topics will take lesser time for the preparation, and therefore revise it multiple times. These topics are having almost equal weightage to that of your rectifier. Okay, so very important point. Next, solve previous question papers, minimum 15. Okay, minimum 15, latest 15. Don't fall in unverified sources of study. Generally, students search anything on the internet, and you can check on internet, you will find number of points, n number of contents related to one point. Okay, so unverified sources you should avoid. Apart from reference books stated, you can refer to ACE Academy theory books, question banks, previous exam questions for practice. Okay, any of the coaching institute you can prefer, right? So here we are having almost more than 99% accuracy in our booklets. So that's why I would like to recommend. Next, after serial revisions, it is important to appear for test series of a good institute like ACE Academy. It includes different levels of questions which increases understanding of each topic and each concept. Are you getting the point? Okay. So here only completion of the topic, only revision is not sufficient. You should appear for the test series also. You should appear for the test series also. Because what the thing is, when you appear for the topic wise or the subject wise test series, then when you answer a particular question, and suppose if you got that wrong answer, then you will understand why I have got the wrong answer, why I am lagging in that concept. Okay, so accordingly you can work on that particular concept and you will improve your conceptual knowledge. Yes, topic wise subject tests helps in identifying weak areas and work on it, right? And work on it. So this is the preparation strategy. How to revise? Yes, how to revise. So in the revision, I would like to recommend revision in 3 parts, like daily revision, weekly revision and monthly revision. So daily revision means what? Suppose you are a coaching institute student. Okay, suppose your faculty has taught some topic today, right? So today itself you are required to revise that topic. Daily revision will help you in clearing the understanding of the concept. So here the conceptual understanding, you will get the conceptual understanding. Conceptual understanding. Daily revision, I am saying, daily revision. So in a daily revision, you should focus only on understanding of the concept, only on understanding of the concept. No need to go for the previous year question paper solution or some bits and bytes at this stage. Okay, daily revision means only understanding of the concept. You should focus on understanding of the concept. That is, it is like your 40% of the part of your overall preparation. All right. Second is a weekly revision. Weekly revision means what? Whatever you have studied in this particular week, okay, that total contents you are required to revise. Definitely you are revising those concepts daily, okay, but then also in a weekly revision, you should finalize one day, 1 or 2 days in a week, and based on that, you should revise whatever the topics you have studied in this week. Okay, you need to revise those topics. And during the weekly revision, yes, you should focus on only main topics and paper solutions. I am writing here previous year paper solutions. Previous year paper solutions. Alright, previous year paper solutions. So along with your conceptual knowledge, definitely, because in daily revisions you are already preparing those concepts. Okay, so in the weekly revision only some of the important or the main topics you can revise, and after that you can go for the previous year paper solutions. Okay, based on that topics. Okay, based on those topics. And next one is the monthly revision. Monthly revision. In a monthly revision, yes, you should add the test series solutions. Test series solutions. Test series papers. At this stage, you can go for subject wise test. Okay, you can go for the subject wise tests. So I am saying that in a daily revision you should understand the concepts clearly. In the weekly revision and your monthly revision, your problem solving skill and paper solving skills, those skills will be getting enhanced, will be getting improved. Okay, right. So how to revise? Next, how to prepare short notes. So very, very important point. Don't prepare the short notes from the very first day of your preparation. No. If you go on writing the short notes from the very first day of your preparation, then whatever you have written in a class notes, everything you will write in a short notes. Means you will feel everything is important, everything is unknown to me. So your short notes will become like your class notes. Then what is the use of that short notes? What is the difference in class notes and short notes? So here short notes means what? First thing is, after completion of subject, okay, suppose X faculty member is teaching that subject in a coaching institute, okay, or suppose you are preparing at your own with the help of the textbooks or the reference books. Suppose you have completed the subject as per your daily revision, weekly revision, etc. You have completed the subject. Next, revise that full subject one more time. So I am saying, once you complete the subject, after that you are required to revise the subject, because in order to understand any subject clearly, you should revise that subject. First is while studying the subject, and second one is after completion of the subject, means it is like a two-stage revision. It is like a two-stage revision. So after doing the revision of that subject, next point is like a preparation of short notes. So I am saying that after completion of your subject, once preparation, next you should revise that subject again. And once you revise the subject, then you will understand what is the objective of the subject, which are the different contents in that subject, which are the topics, which topics you feel difficult, and only the topics you feel difficult related to those topics only you should add points in your short notes. Your short notes should consist of only maximum formulas. Let me write. Short notes should consist only formula or formulae. Maximum formulae should be there. But if some of the concepts are there, after doing the second revision also, if you feel those concepts are difficult or you are unable to memorize that concept, then some important points related to that concept you can add in the short notes. But your short notes should be short only. Your short notes should not be like your class note. Are you getting the point? Okay. And one more thing, don't refer the short note prepared by your friend, because your friend might be feeling some concept difficult, but you can be familiar with that concept. Okay. So it varies based on human to human. Okay, right. So here short notes should be only formula based, and second one is, if some of the topics you feel difficult, you feel unable to memorize, then add some topics related to those, some points related to those topics. That's it. Okay, but this should be the short only. Okay, so important. Next, how to write tests. I will cover this in a short time. So how to write tests. So here you should write tests starting with a chapter wise test, subject wise test, and full length test. 3 stages I am giving. Full length test. So yes, suppose you are preparing the subject power electronics. Okay, daily revision you are doing, weekly revision also you are doing. Okay, so while doing the weekly revision, please appear for the chapter wise tests. Okay, while doing the weekly revision, please appear for chapter wise tests. Appear for chapter wise tests. Okay, next, subject wise tests. When you should start the subject wise test? You should start the subject wise test after completion of the subject. Okay, after completion of the subject, like your monthly revision. At the time of monthly revision, you should start the subject wise test, but after completion of the subject. And next, full length tests. Don't start the full length tests at the completion of your course. No. Suppose your course completes in the month of December, and if you start that full length test at that time, then it is very difficult. Okay, you will not get command on the full length test. So it is important to start the full length tests from the month of August. So you might be thinking that, sir, still we have not completed the syllabus, then how to start the full length test? Let us consider till the month of August or till the mid of the August, 5 subjects completed. Okay, So suppose you are having the 5 subjects completed. Then, and based on these 5 subjects, you are now appearing for the full length tests. And let us consider in the full length test, based on these 5 subjects, there are questions which are having like a 40 marks weightage. 40 marks weightage. So only try to answer these 40 marks questions. These questions are related to your 5 subjects. These subjects are completed, right, while teaching as well as your preparation, while preparing. Okay, so 5 subjects, these subjects are having, let us consider the 40 marks weightage in the full length test. Then only focus on these 40 marks, and please check out of these 40 marks how many marks you are getting. Okay, don't go for 100 marks, only focus on these 40 marks. Okay, these 40 marks are related to these 5 subjects, right? But please, I am again repeating, don't go for the full length test at the end of the syllabus. No, it is very difficult to get command on the full length test at that time. So you should start the full length test in the month of August. In the month of August. Are you getting the point? Okay. So therefore, weekly test you should plan, monthly test you should appear, as well as the full length test also you should appear. Alright. So I would like to recommend this, how to write the test and those things. Okay. So friends, this is the overall preparation strategy for the subjects of power electronics. All the best.
Hello everyone, my name is Karthikeya Kaushik and I have secured All India Rank 1 in UPSC Engineering Services Examination 2021 from Civil Engineering discipline. For prelims preparation, I took online test series from ACE online platform and used to regularly solve their subject-wise test and full-length test. Then for mains preparation, I solved question banks which were given to me as a part of mains postal program from ACE Online. And then last but not the least, for interview preparation, I followed the interview guidance material which was given to me as a part of ACE Online's interview guidance program.
I am Vinit Kumar. I have secured All India Rank 1 in Mechanical Engineering in ESC 2021. I have been associated with ACE Engineering. I have taken various programs like Lives, main classes, postal study course, test series and interview guidance program. So would like to thank all the faculties of ACE. It has helped me in building my concepts and having my fundamentals cleared. I would also like to highlight that in test series, I have given various mock tests which have helped me in the time of real exam, and in interview guidance program, building confidence in front of interview panel. It has helped me in my success.
Myself, Abhishek Kumar Sharma. I have scored All India Rank 1 in UPSC Engineering Services Examination 2021 in Electrical Engineering discipline. Now, I divide my preparation strategy into 3 basic things. The first thing is that you have to complete your syllabus from a basic standard source. The second thing is that you have to attempt previous year question. The third thing aspirant has to do is to solve as many test series as possible. I made 2 to 3 pages short notes of each and every subject. Now 2 to 3 pages short notes help in quick revision. If you keep working hard, you will definitely get success in this examination. This is what I followed, and I wish all the best for all the future aspirants. Thank you.
My name is Kuldeep. I have done my BTech from Ambedkar Institute of Technology, which is situated in Delhi, and I have secured All India Rank 1 in ESC 2021 from E&T branch. I took ACE postal course, mains test series and interview guidance program in ESC 2020 and ESC 2021.